Welcome, radiant soul, to this sacred space. Thank you for being here, for showing up, and for opening your heart to the messages that Spirit is preparing to unveil. As we begin this reading, I call upon the divine, upon Spirit, upon your guides and ancestors to gently enter this space and illuminate the path before you. May the wisdom that flows through these cards today be exactly what your soul needs to hear. Now, let us dive into the energy that surrounds you. The very first card that comes through is the King of Swords, a powerful archetype of clarity, authority, and truth. This tells me that you are stepping into a phase where logic must meet inner wisdom and where you are being called to reclaim your power in a situation that may have once felt out of your control. Some of you may be facing or have recently faced a legal matter, a contract, or a decisive moment involving justice and truth. The presence of this king assures us that a verdict is coming, and it is one that will place the sword of power back in your hands. And here's the divine reassurance. Celebration is on the horizon. I see a beautiful energy of triumph, a breakthrough moment where the heaviness begins to lift and you remember who you truly are. Victory is promised, and Spirit wants you to hold on to that image, not just as a hope, but as a knowing. But let's talk about what you've been carrying. The Nine of Swords enters with the weight of sleepless nights, of mental loops and fears that whisper worst-case scenarios. You've been caught in the grip of anxiety, haunted by what-ifs and past wounds. This card doesn't just speak of fear, it speaks of the deep emotional and spiritual toll that uncertainty can take. But Spirit is clear, this moment is temporary, the storm will pass. The judgment, the decision, the outcome that you've been dreading may just bring the liberation you've been craving. Let's look deeper into the past. I see you, beautiful soul, doing your best to carry on working, moving through the motions of daily life, perhaps numb but functioning. This was the energy of ordinariness, just surviving. But then, something shook your world to its core. The Tower appears, or in some decks, the Thunderbolt, and its message is undeniable. A divine disruption arrived, a sudden, unexpected collapse. Something was torn away, not out of cruelty, but to clear a path for what must truly stand. This could have been a heartbreak, a loss, a separation, even a death or divorce. Whatever it was, it ignited chaos. You may have felt like the very foundations of your life were struck by lightning, leaving nothing but fire, rubble, and sorrow in its wake. And yes, it left you feeling alone, deeply isolated, perhaps even abandoned by life itself. Spirit acknowledges your grief, your tears, your silence in the night. But Spirit also says that was not the end of your story. Because now, in the horizon of your soul's journey, the light begins to return. You are stepping into a moment of celebration, one born not from surface joy, but from true rebirth. This celebration will bring a new lens, a higher perspective. It will help you see that the chaos wasn't destruction. It was transformation. Your soul is not broken, it is becoming. And now, a powerful shift begins to emerge. The winds of transformation whisper once again as the Hanged Man makes his gentle presence known. This is not a card of action, but of sacred stillness, of divine pause. You, dear soul, are entering a moment of suspension, where the universe asks you not to rush, but to reflect, to hang gently between what was and what shall be. In this space, your vision is awakening. You're no longer seeing life the way you once did. Through the trials and storms you've weathered, something deep within you has shifted. You're starting to understand the deeper meaning behind the chaos. What felt like pain is now becoming wisdom. What seemed like loss is slowly revealing itself as redirection. And now, the horizon opens. The Two of Wands, or as some call it, the Two of Rods, steps in with a glowing invitation, possibility. The crossroads stand before you. Will you take the familiar path that leads to the known? Or will you dare to journey into the unknown, perhaps to a new land, a new life, a new purpose? This card often signals the stirrings of travel, of expansion, of moving far beyond your current limitations. Spirit says, the door is open. The question is, will you walk through it? And as you ponder this, we turn now to the main reading with the Ankh Tarot, and at the bottom of the deck, a powerful guardian emerges. The Emperor. Ruled by none other than Archangel Michael, this card is more than just a figure of worldly power. It is the embodiment of divine order. His energy speaks of leadership, protection, and justice. For many of you, this card affirms that a legal decision one long awaited, long fought for, is now being brought into the light. Whether it be court matters, contracts, or spiritual karmic justice, the Emperor ensures that clarity and balance will be restored. But it's more than external authority. The Emperor is also you. This is Spirit calling you to take your throne once again, to reclaim sovereignty over your life and rise with inner strength and divine wisdom. And right beside him, the Ace of Swords, the sword of truth, of divine clarity, of ultimate victory. Spirit does not place this card lightly. It tells us that you will triumph. No matter how difficult the battle has been, truth is cutting through the confusion, and the outcome will favor your highest good. You are moving into the Six of Swords energy, a gentle departure from the pain, the drama, and the chaos. You are leaving behind the Five of Swords, that battlefield of conflict, confusion, and loss. The waters ahead may still ripple, but they are nothing like the storm you've survived. This is the end of a long and painful chapter, beloved soul. Spirit is guiding you toward peace, toward clarity, toward freedom. Spirit reveals a journey of fire, courage, and hidden truths. You, dear soul, have walked through the ashes of countless battles. The energies speak of a time marked by deep conflict, tension, and the weight of heavy burdens. Yet through it all, you've emerged not broken, but refined. There has been a legal battle, a karmic reckoning, a confrontation that tested not just your resolve, but the truth of your soul. And now, Spirit affirms, the decision is turning in your favor. In the sacred space of your past, the Ace of Wands rises like a spark of divine inspiration. This was the birth of something bold, a fresh start, a passionate leap of faith. Perhaps you took a risk, launched a new venture, changed direction completely, even moved across water, leaving the familiar shores of your old life behind. This card whispers of action fueled by vision, a willingness to begin again despite fear. And Spirit saw it all. Your courage, your effort, your fire. What you built, what you worked so hard for, has not gone unnoticed. Your spiritual team and the people around you in the physical world have seen your persistence, your growth, and your light. Recognition is yours. Victory is already blooming from the seeds you planted in the dark. But, even amidst this triumph, a shadow lingers. The Seven of Swords creeps into your energy field, a clear sign that deception has touched your path. Someone in your past, or even still lingering in your present, was not who they appeared to be. This person, or group, may have lied, manipulated, or stolen not just your possessions, but your trust, your peace, your time. And yes, it may have even impacted your finances in a very real way. This card shows someone sneaking away with not only swords, but with a bag of coins, and inside that bag still rests a blade. This image is potent. It suggests that your financial loss was tied to malicious intent, and that the sword of truth remains entangled in the karma of that situation. It's no wonder that a legal process or judgment may have followed, or is still unfolding. And yet, in spite of the betrayal, you rise. Ahead of you, the King of Wands, or the King of Rods, stands tall in your future. This is your higher self, fully activated. It is leadership, confidence, vision, command. You are being elevated to a position where your voice will be heard, where your actions will create real impact. This king is not waiting for approval. He takes the torch and blazes a new trail. Spirit shows, important news is on the way. A message, a confirmation, a new opportunity aligned with your passion and purpose. The trials were not in vain. The deception did not define you. The flames did not consume you, they forged you. And now, beloved soul, your power is returning, your path is clearing, and your time is arriving. Spirit reveals movement, decisions, and the tug of your destiny. If you've been waiting, hoping, praying for a new opportunity, especially on the career front, Spirit comes through with a powerful message. You are not just receiving the offer, you are being called to lead. This is not a time for hesitation, but for claiming your rightful place on the throne of your own life. The energy of the Chariot surges through this reading, and this is no ordinary journey. This is your card, a divine reminder that you are the one steering the course. that no matter how wild the horses may feel, no matter how unknown the terrain, you are the one holding the reins. Some of you may soon find yourself traveling frequently, or even relocating for a powerful new role, one that puts you in a position of command and influence. I see movement not just physically, but energetically. This is the kind of change that comes with sunlight, ambition, and growth. You might even be purchasing a home, finding your place under a brighter sky, quite literally moving toward the light. But as the future expands, so too does the pressure of choice. The Lover's card arises not just about romance, but about decisions of the heart. This is a soul-level crossroad. Will you stay in the safety of the known, or take the leap into something new and uncharted? A role, a location, a life that may stretch you, but ultimately free you? And yet, even in the face of such expansive energy, your mind feels tangled. The Eight of Swords appears a haunting reminder that the cage you feel may not be real. This image shows a woman gazing into a mirror, bound and trapped, but only in the reflection. In truth, she is free, but her fear convinces her otherwise. You too may be searching for reasons to delay, for excuses to stay where it's familiar, fear of change, of loss, of letting go. It clouds your clarity. Spirit gently urges you. What if you stepped beyond that fear? What if your freedom was just one bold choice away? Looking further ahead, we enter the terrain of long-term outcomes. The Four of Pentacles speaks of holding on sometimes too tightly. This may be to habits, people, or beliefs that once served you, but now weigh you down. There may also be an instinct to guard your finances, to protect what you've earned, and rightly so. But don't let caution become a cage. Sometimes, Spirit cannot pour blessings into hands that are already clenched. The Three of Wands brings a glimmer of hope, the energy of expansion and foresight. You've already set your plans into motion, and your ships are beginning to appear on the horizon. But the question remains, will you meet them at the shore? And finally, the Five of Pentacles reveals a lingering wound, the shadow of lack. Perhaps past hardship or loss still echoes within you, a fear of being left out, unsupported, or not having enough. Spirit sees that ache and promises, you are never truly alone. The door is open, but you must believe you're worthy to walk through it. Titi. So as you stand on the edge of powerful transformation, home, career, identity, know this. The only thing truly holding you back is a story you no longer need to tell yourself. Let go. Move forward. The chariot is waiting. The trees stand bare, echoing the silence within your soul. Spirit brings us to a quiet, solemn landscape, a moment in your life where the branches feel stripped, where abundance seems distant, and where you may feel alone. This is the energy of loss, of lack, and of carrying burdens in silence. Perhaps you are enduring financial difficulties or wrestling with a sense of scarcity, not just of money, but of emotional and spiritual support. There is help around you. There is love near you. But like so many who have been hurt, you may be hesitant to receive. You've built strong walls around your heart, perhaps trying to cling to what was, instead of allowing the universe to bring in what could be. The Three of Wands arrives now, like a beacon of hope on the horizon. This is the energy of forward motion, of collaboration, expansion, and travel toward new beginnings. Spirit whispers, you cannot heal in the place that broke you. The message is clear. It's time to move forward, to start envisioning a future where you are not just surviving, but thriving. You are standing at the crossroads, the threshold between what has ended and what is waiting to begin. And yes, it hurts. The loss, the grief, the isolation, it is real, but so too is the support that surrounds you, seen and unseen. There are souls aligned with your healing, ready to lift you as soon as you allow yourself to receive. The King of Wands appears now as a fierce reminder. You have the fire, you have the will, you have the power to act. His clenched fist speaks not of anger, but of readiness, a soul poised to claim what is rightfully theirs, a spirit that knows it's time to break free from chains of the past. The message here is urgent. Clinging to the old will only deepen the wound. If you remain stuck in the familiar like the figure in the Four of Pentacles, holding tightly to what no longer serves, you will find yourself trapped in a cycle of sorrow. But if you summon your courage, if you choose to release, then the path opens wide before you. Spirit says, "You are not meant to stay behind the closed door. You are meant to step into the light. Let go of the old story. Release the fear. Cut the energetic cords that bind you to the pain of the past. The moment you choose to move, your freedom begins." Now a message arrives from the Angel Tarot, bringing divine guidance and comfort. The first card is Unity. It speaks of traditional values, spiritual community, and sacred connection. You are not alone on this path. Now is the time to seek out kindred spirits, mentors, spiritual guides, or simply friends who truly understand your journey. This card invites you to align with those who uplift your soul and remind you of your divinity. Because you are sacred, you are strong, and you are destined to rise. And now, Spirit calls you to prepare, to plan, to rise. This is a moment where you may need to pause, gather your strength, and seek wisdom from a higher source. Spirit says, you don't have to walk this path alone. Guidance is available, but you must be open to receive it. The Hierophant appears a divine archetype of knowledge, tradition, and sacred counsel. This is the energy of the spiritual teacher, the wise guide, the mentor who holds the keys to inner truth. Whether you're seeking advice from a trusted friend, a professional, or a spiritual elder, now is the time to ask the right questions and listen with your soul. But there's more. For some of you, this card isn't just about receiving wisdom, it's also about becoming the teacher. You may be stepping into a role where your voice matters, where your experience becomes medicine for others. This new path, this new role, may call upon you to lead with heart, with integrity, and with spiritual grace. And as we move into the deeper waters of your emotional world, the Queen of Water, or Queen of Cups, flows into the reading. She brings an ocean of sensitivity, intuition, and healing, but also the ache of emotional heaviness. Right now, you may be carrying grief, loneliness, or depression. Perhaps you've been feeling lost in memories, fixated on the past, unsure how to rise from the sorrow. Spirit sees your pain and offers this sacred reminder. Your heart is a sacred vessel. Let it grieve, but do not let it sink. This is a time to trust your intuition and to treat yourself with the same compassion you so easily give to others. Nurture yourself. Feel the emotions, yes, but know that they are passing waves, not permanent anchors. And then the fire returns. Charging in with fierce urgency comes the Knight of Fire, a bold, passionate, fearless force of momentum. This card brings change swift, sudden, undeniable. Something is coming that demands your attention. A choice, a shift, a relocation, a calling. Time is of the essence. This isn't a moment to hesitate, it's a moment to act. You may be called to relocate, to change jobs, to sign new contracts, or even to step into a completely new life chapter. All the signs from the Chariot to the Ace of Swords to the King of Wands speak the same truth. You are not meant to stay where you are. This is a fire that cannot be ignored, a mission that cannot be delayed, a soul that refuses to be small anymore. Your journey is not just about survival now. It is about transformation, about power, about purpose. So take the wheel, step into your courage. The door is open. The universe is waiting for your yes. You are rising from the ashes, and Spirit is guiding you forward. You've endured a long and painful chapter 1 filled with sorrow, delays, and shadows that seemed unending. But the message is now clear. This is the end of that cycle. You are being divinely guided to leave the past behind, to release the weight that no longer serves your journey, and to step into a future filled with possibility. The judgment energy surrounds you, a sacred moment of reckoning, where your soul is being called to awaken, to make a decision, and to finally say yes to your higher path. The time has come to stop clinging to old versions of yourself. The illusions of scarcity, of unworthiness, of loss, they no longer define you. You are not broken, you are rebirthing. While you may have experienced a phase of lack, emotional, spiritual, or financial, Spirit wants you to know that support is already around you. The universe is aligning people, opportunities, and signs to help guide your steps. But you must make the move. You must decide that your destiny is greater than your history. And when you do, Success is not just possible, it is inevitable. A decision must be made, and soon. The window of divine timing is open, and this is not a time to hesitate. Look not with fear, but with faith. Let hope be your compass. Let confidence lead the way. I see the sun shining brightly across this reading, the golden light of Leo energy. This is about confidence, strength, and reclaiming your divine authority. You are no longer the one who waits to be chosen. You are the one who chooses, the one who leads, the one who knows their worth. So let go of the doubt. Release the heaviness. Be bold enough to take that next step, even if it means traveling far physically or spiritually to get there. You are not moving away from something. You are moving toward your purpose. Qiqi. And now, beloved soul, our journey together comes to a close for now. If this reading spoke to your spirit, I invite you to like, share, and subscribe so we can continue this sacred journey together. I would love to hear from you in the comments. Even if this didn't fully resonate, your presence is still deeply valued in this space. Until next time, may you walk in light, may you lead with love, and may the universe forever guide your path. Take care, and blessed be.